Welcome, Magnus here, and I wanted to do a quick video update on how you can record proxy files on your R5. Now, if you're new to my channel, definitely consider subscribing. I talk about new cameras and purposes for video and little hacks and tricks, which is what we're doing today. Now, I've got a ton that I have planned to release on the R5 when it comes to different tests, specifically one on the file types and why you have trouble working with some of the R5's files, where that comes from. But today, I wanted to do something real quick and give it to you guys. As soon as I found it, I just hit record on this video because I wanted to share it with the world, since I haven't seen any real videos online as to how to do it, even though it's possible. So yes, you can record proxy files while recording RAW files on the R5. And I wanted to show you how to do it. Normally, when you go into your video settings on the R5, you have a plethora of options. You have the ability to record different video modes from 8K all the way to Full HD, from 60 frames per second to 23.98 frames per second, of course, unless you enable high frame rate mode, and then of course RAW, All-I, and IPB. But in all these settings, it doesn't show you, or at least tell you, about recording proxies. It's just pretty much record this mode. And then depending on what card slot you have selected, some of these video modes are limited. Such as if you have SD card selected, you won't be able to record something like 8K RAW. But if you're a fan of recording 8K RAW, but you wanted to work off of proxy files, or have at least some sort of backup to the video that you recorded, can you do it internally? Yes, but it's not in this menu. I'll show you how to do it. First, you want to go into your menu settings of your Canon R5 and select the gear, so it's kind of more of like an internal settings option. From there, you're going to select Record Function plus Card Folder Selection button. From here, it gives you different recording options on photos and video, whether you're going to choose the CF card, the CF Express cards, and how it operates. From here, you want to actually go to the third option from the top down, where it says Record Option Standard. There's going to be a selection, either Standard, Auto Switch Card, or RAW, and then Card 2 MP4. Select that. Then when you go back into your video settings for movie recording quality, and then you click into movie recording size, you're going to see that you're now limited to only 3 options. 8K and 29.97 frames per second RAW plus MP4, 8K and 24 frames per second RAW plus MP4, or 8K 23.98 in RAW plus MP4. What this means is that you'll get a proxy file for your 8K RAW footage. And that proxy file is recorded. You'll notice that when you select one, you'll get 8K with the RAW file, but you'll get 4K IPB in standard mode on the SD card. So it's immediately dual card slot video recording on the R5. And they said that you couldn't do it, and I've seen a lot of reviews saying that you can't do dual recording when you absolutely can. In fact, I'll pull out my SD card right now while I have this mode on. I'm going to insert my SD card here and then show you in the files that it did immediately proxy. So I'm only, since my CF Express card's not really that great, I'm only going to get like 6 seconds of raw video, but that's fine for at least this test purposes. So dual recording, going to do 6 seconds of that right now. Let me flip it over in front of me, and here you go. Recording 8K to 2 card slots. Recording it just fine with an immediate proxy. So now I'm going to go into the computer, and you're going to see the proxy files recorded onto the SD card. Alright, so if you look here, I've got 2 files that are actually 4K files on my SD card. I haven't moved over the CF Express card yet that recorded the RAW. But these, on that 8K mode, recorded 4K IPB files that play just fine and should edit just fine. So if you have a problem with recording RAW and then slow editing, or having to wait to create proxies, that's not a problem with the R5 anymore. or it never was, because the ability to record proxies exists in the camera, which is pretty good. If you liked this video and it was helpful for you, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Consider subscribing as always, and I've got more videos coming up. But as always, you can make my day if you subscribe today. This is Magnus, and I'm out. See you guys later.